Boy, y'all already know I'm coming to tell y'all the mother truth. Now let me go right in on you sellout black people. You are some of the stupidest and the dumbest black peoples I ever known. All you getting on here with them Trump 20-fold, all this, by Kamala, she's the devil, all this y'all was saying. Remember all that? Some of y'all still on here talking about the President Harris. I'm going to still call him President Harris. You stupid black peoples, I told y'all what was going to happen. Trump said he want respiration for the white people. God damn it. Trump said he want respiration for the white people.
What?
Furthermore, I will direct the Department of Justice to pursue federal civil rights cases against schools that continue to engage in racial discrimination and schools that persist in explicit unlawful discrimination under the guise of equity will not only have their endowments taxed, but through budget reconciliation, I will advance a measure to have them fined up to the entire amount of their endowment. A portion of the seized funds will then be used as restitution.
Another one.
A portion of the seized funds will then be used as restitution for victims of these illegal and unjust policies that hurt our country so bad.
Trump said he want respiration for the white people. God damn it. Trump said he want respiration for the white people.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm calling code enforcement again.
How?
Okay, also probably immigration. Okay,
yeah.
And reporting you because you're not supposed to be here till 7 o'clock in the morning. No work before 7. I reported you the last time, you're gonna get reported again. Do you understand me? What's your name?
Ma'am.
What do you mean? This is the law.
Yeah.
Do you understand the law?
We're not working. I mean,
That's not working?
We haven't started yet. We just pulling in.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not having a start yet.
Yeah, okay. We'll see, but I'm gonna take your pictures now, okay? Maybe I'll send them to immigration too.
If they let in hundreds or thousands of people who already have criminal records, if deporting them creates a mass deportation, I'm all for it.
But what if rounded up in all of that are people who work on a farm, they're doing the jobs that Americans don't want to do? Does that worry you?
That wouldn't be fair. Of course, they need to make sure that they don't throw away, they don't kick out, they don't deport people that are family oriented.
TikTok. You know how they're talking about all this deportation now and naturalization and all of that sort of a thing. You know, when I was growing up, we used to, and I grew up in a big city, and we used to always wonder, black person can't get $50 from the bank to go across the street, but there's a liquor store on every corner owned by a Korean. There's a nail shop on every corner owned by an Asian, and what's not owned by them are owned by Indians. And then we get the food from the Mexicans, and we're wondering, like, where are they getting this money that we can't get? But you know what it is? Is the government is giving them money to make money so that they can tax them. But the government always has the ability to take their United States status away. So that's why they give them the money. We'll give you the money, you'll make money, we'll tax you, but you're going to be good. Because if you act up, we're going to kick you out. They can't do that to us because this is home. They give us that money, we can do what the hell we want. They can't kick us out. So for them, give the money to the foreigner, let them make as much money as they can, we'll tax them, and if they choose to show their ass, we will deport them.
Look, Donald Trump won the electoral vote. He won, he's going to win the House. He won the Senate. For all effects and purposes, he's got the Supreme Court. They've given him immunity. This is what the country voted for. This is, a lot of people thought that when he talked about mass deportations, he wasn't being serious. I don't know how many times he had to say it for people to realize he was being serious. Well, if you thought he wasn't being serious, the appointment of Tom Homan today as border czar, and he will be in charge of a mass deportation program, the largest the country has ever seen, they say. And now Stephen Miller, as deputy chief of staff, should let you know that he was absolutely serious. And when you talk about mass deportations, people think, oh, it's just going to be the criminals. There's not enough criminals, aliens in the federal prison system for it to be mass deportations. What it means is grandmothers. What it means is brothers and aunts. What it means is abuelos y abuelas. It means dreamers. It means your family members. It means your colleagues. It means your friends. It means people who are part of the society. And look, America, you know, those of you who voted for Trump, this is what you wanted. This is what you voted for. You screwed around and you're about to find out.
For my husband, I'm like, are you sure you want to vote Republican? And he's like, he's saying he's going to deport criminals. You're not a criminal. Every time we go to ICE, they tell you, Mr. Juarez, your wife is no criminal. He voted for him, and now he's deporting his wife. They deported me, and they breaking my family apart. Before you enlist in the military, think it twice. Before you marry an immigrant, think it twice. If it's really worth for you to sell this country.
I had to make one more video for my little friend Tira because I found a perfect example of a MAGA man openly admitting that he lies about his political view to get with liberal women. Listen
Being
up.
a straight white dude that likes Trump but is only into liberal women, it's a lot like being in the closet. Because it's like they're going to ask you about it eventually. And you have to say what we all say, which is, yeah, I don't really follow politics. But, like, deep down, you're, like, actually, like, very involved. It's just, like, that's how it is, bro. Like, I've met a lot of conservative women, and they're beat. They are beat. Liberal women, a lot of times, yeah, can be problematic, but, like, at least they're hot, you know, and sweet, and they'll rub your hair at night. But conservative women are really hard to please, and you gotta kind of be like a giga chat around them all the time, and it gets exhausting. It's like sometimes I just want to like lay in bed and eat chips. I don't want to be working on the farm constantly. Like why do you need me to be pushing a wheelbarrow all the time? There's levels to this, man. You gotta be discreet. You gotta be really good at it, and it's not that hard once you get used to it. You just like lie a lot. If you can just lie really well, liberal women, and just like make them think that you aren't really into politics, and everything works out. It's totally fine.
So I went grocery shopping last night, and I ran into one of my son's teachers. He's a good friend of mine. And I said, keep your ears open in the hallways. Because my son came home upset because he said that there's students that are going around calling black students the N-word, but also calling them slaves. They're also saying racist things towards my son. And they're also harassing little girls, saying, your body, my choice. Where does that come? And he wasn't surprised. He said, have him get me a name. Just one name. Because the principal is not messing around with this. He said that 7 kids, 7, have already been suspended for 10 days. Since the election. These are 6th, 7th, and 8th years. And then his wife also works in the schools and says her kindergartners, she's hearing the same rhetoric from 5 and 6-year-olds. Elections have consequences, people. And parents, you need to do the right thing and teach your kids that hate has no place in this world. And teach them how to defend themselves and how to stand up for others when they are being mistreated. This is just the beginning, and it's going to get worse. The fact that a large majority of this country doesn't realize this country is still rooted in deep racism, misogyny, hate, bigotry, homophobia. It's mind-blowing. Because all of the true colors are coming out. So if you didn't see it before, pay attention. This wasn't about the economy. This is about people's hatred for people that don't look like them.
Hopefully this will clear up anything that needed to get cleared up for a lot of people out there. Trump never said reparations. He never said that. He said restitution. There's a clear-cut difference between all of these definitions, right? This guy wanted to say respiration, but he really meant reparations. But then you hear Trump in a video, he said restitution. So again, I need a lot of Democrats out there to stop just automatically running with something just because you heard somebody else say it. I need a lot of people to do their research and their due diligence before they get online spouting nonsense. And again, this is coming from a guy who doesn't have a dog in this fight. I'm just sitting back watching everybody go crazy. As a black man, I'm not too surprised that this Karen decided that she owns the neighborhood and the land and whatever she says goes, and you're here too early, so I'm going to call the police and I'm going to sit up here and call ICE. Let me get pictures. What's your name? Why are you here so early? I'm not too shocked. I'm not too shocked at all. But I would like to remind people that the great majority of Latinos directly out there voted for Trump. So now you're going to see a lot of these Karens and Darrens very emboldened and really telling people, a lot of immigrants, no matter if you're black, Latin, or whatever, they're going to tell a lot of immigrants how it is that they realistically feel. And this is something primarily that black Americans have tried to tell everybody. But again, nobody wants to listen to us because we're lazy, we just cry, we complain, and we don't do anything. So we're going to see how much work people are going to be doing when they get deported. So you heard this man basically state that he wants to get people deported, right? People who are not supposed to be here, got his own people. And the news anchor asked him, he was like, hey, the reporter, he said, hey, what about those who work on farms and documenting work on farms and so on? Do the jobs that most Americans don't want to do. And he stated that, well, for the ones that work hard and do the things they're supposed to do, hopefully they will do the right things and they will allow them to stay. That's not what's going to happen. That's not, you didn't think this plan out before you decided to vote. You really didn't. And this is the main thing that a lot of people have stated to Latins and many other migrants. Just because you hear a few things doesn't mean that's the way everything's going to go. And he's now thinking back and, wow, maybe I might have actually messed up. A lot of people have to live with the decisions that they make. And again, a lot of migrants, Latinos and many others who have been here, who have had issues with black Americans, who did not want to listen to black Americans, a lot of them are going to have to learn the hard way on how America really works and how America really sees them. Reference this video to you guys in a previous video from earlier today that I may have posted. And I stated to you that there was a black female elder that stated that the reason that the United States, I've said that too many times, but it is what it is. The reason that the United States decided to give the migrants so much money was because they can tax them heavily. And they knew that even if they gave them all of this money, it wasn't going to last for long because the United States has the ability to strip them of whatever branding or title that they gave them and send them back to once where they came. And that is clearly what the United States is doing, because clearly their time is up. They voted the way that they decided to vote. They thought it was in their best interest, and soon enough they're going to find out that more than likely it was not in their best interest. We've already seen in New York that Mayor Adams has already instantly cut back on the money that was given to the migrants. Instantly, as soon as Trump was stated to be the president of the United States for the second time, he immediately got those cut. So we're not going to hear those stories anymore of migrants getting $5K, $15K, and all of this amounts of money that realistically the United States American people should be able to dip and actually get to if they need help, if they need resources. Again, it's a little bit crazy to me that for so long, that the United States was freely just giving away money to those who were undeserving. You have people that work every single day. You got some people that work 2 to 3 jobs. You have people that are going through college debt. You have people that have to take care of family and themselves, and they can barely afford their day to day. But yet you have people that can come directly over and magically receive all types of funds for whatever it is that they need, and they can just thrive. That's wrong. That's not how it should happen. A lot of L's were given on this day, and there's a lot of people who felt that they were invincible. They felt that they knew their place. They knew how important they were. They felt that the United States was not going to do anything to them, because if the United States did, then guess what? The United States were going to lose. They felt that they were that much more important than the United States. And slowly but surely, a lot of people are learning. You heard how the woman stated that her husband and her, I'm guessing, had different political views. And the husband decided to vote for Trump. And instantly, the wife ended up getting deported. Wow. Those are the breaks. Like I said, I don't know what else to actually tell people directly out here, but you have to live with the choices and the decisions that you make in life. There are no redos. That is it. There is no mirror that you can go through to try to go back into the past. There is no genie. There are no Dragon Balls. It just is what it is. And now she's sitting up here crying these crocodile tears because she's getting deported. It wasn't just your husband that voted overwhelmingly for him. You need to talk to the rest of your community who also helped to get you deported as well. It's a little bit confused. Are women slow? I have to say this in general because I'm a little bit confused. If you obviously see a young man like this and he states a few things, you're automatically going to believe that he doesn't have any type of conservative views. I'm a little bit confused. I'm trying to figure out, how are women just now seeing this and they're like, oh my God, like these guys have been lying to us. No, these specific guys here have always been lying to you. You just opted not to pay attention because you thought the grass was greener directly on the other side. You thought that these guys were different from every other guy directly out there, and you learned. So now you're trying to use this as some type of moment when realistically you should have already have known or should have assumed this due to the fact that he is reflective of the nation he is born in. He is reflective of the people who make the laws, the rules, and the regulations. Again, I'm a little bit confused on how this is some type of a moment, but here we are. Words that she stated towards the end was that this country was rooted in a lot of different hatred and racism and bigotry. These are the same words that Black Americans have echoed for a very long time, for hundreds of years. And it was also shown historically, but people just told Black people to, shut up, mind your business. It's not that serious. You're acting as though that you're the only ones. And what about this? And what about that? And pretty much everybody just wanted to silence Black Americans when they spoke on it. So now you have Trump in office, and now people's eyes are supernaturally open. They're like, oh my, how could America be like this? We're in a post-racial society. We had a Black president, for God's sakes. How could America still be like this? It's always been like this. And again, Black Americans have always stated this. We've always blown the whistle, the horn. We've always flashed the warning flares, everything. Spotlights, bat sing. We've done the whole nine. But nobody ever wanted to listen because everybody was taught to be against Black Americans in anything that they were trying to state. And the main thing that Black Americans have always tried to tell people is like, hey, everything that has affected us first is going to affect everybody else. The moment in time that things are fixed with us, it'll be fixed for everybody else. It will be a sweeping card, or a, what do they call, a drip down effect? Somebody might know what I'm talking about if they make it this far in the video. But it was going to be that in effect. But again, people didn't want to listen. So now you have Black people just sitting back and watching. Black people not moving. Black people not calling out and saying the same things that they would normally state, because now Black people really 100% feel defeated. Because a lot of those Black Americans who voted Democrat realized that there was really no type of friendship. There was really no type of camaraderie. There was really no opportunity in which everybody was going to make it. Everybody was going to see the playing field the same exact way that Black Americans saw it. So now Black people know and they understand. And as I've stated for years, Black people are going to have to learn the hard way. In the same way that I've stated that Black people are going to have to learn the hard way, everybody else is going to have to learn the hard way as well, because everybody's just too hard-headed and nobody wants to listen. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I listed in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.